All right. Hey, everybody. Just want to follow up. We just sent out a quick note to all of our clients and friends that we work with on a pretty regular basis regarding the Paycheck Protection Loan and Forgiveness, something or another.
Nice job.
So I'm sure the name will change just like all the details. But here's the cool thing is I think that every one of our clients need to apply for this. It looks like, I mean, in one shape or form, everybody's going to be impacted by this, whether it's through lost revenue or what have you. Could be today, could be tomorrow, could be, 6 months from now. We don't know. But what we do know is it's a pretty robust package. It's got a lot of really cool things associated with it. I mean, no prepayment. So if we apply for it, we get it. We don't need it. We can either turn it down, we can pay it back. Might have a little bit of accrued interest, but the terms are super favorable. It looks like on the forgiveness side, we're going to have, we're looking at mortgage interest, we're looking at rent, utilities, and most importantly, payroll. So some pretty significant big ticket items for most of our companies that you'll be able to offset some of that money. So we did attach, and we'll have a link to the information following this video that has a lot of FAQs regarding probably many of the questions that you're going to have. I think one of the other big things that stuck out to me was that there's no personal guarantee attached to it as well, which I thought was pretty cool. Any other highlights for you, Jamie?
No, I think that the biggest thing is what you can do now. So obviously this is pretty fresh, just came out today on Friday the 27th, or it's not even approved by the president yet, but we're starting to get the details. But the biggest thing is to be prepared for it. You can start pulling personal financial statements. You can start getting all your financial statements together for your company and really be ready for just an SBA loan, because you want to be on top of that list. You want to be applying as soon as you know where to apply through and working with your bankers. So that's the biggest thing that I think comes out of this is there is loans that are going to be available, a lot of benefits to those loans. So you want to get on that list right away and get the process started so you can get that cash quickly. And then Adam mentioned all of our clients. I think any company that's out there that's under 500 employees should definitely consider applying for this, because there is no harm in at least getting the process started and looking at what it looks like for you. So that's definitely what I would add.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no fees or anything related to that. What we do know that, in terms of qualifications, they're going to be looking back at the prior year payroll, letting you multiply that times 2.5 times, maxed out at $10 million per company, that kind of a thing. Again, a lot more details to come, but knowing that there's no fees and that there's no prepayment, there's no guarantee, it's pretty much a no-brainer at this point that everybody should be at least applying for it. And then if we don't need it, great. But if we do, it's there for us. So I think it'll be a big relief for a lot of people and help small businesses, get back in. So if you're also thinking about laying off team members, the other key component here is it's going to be based on headcount. So it's going to be based on a headcount starting on February 15th. So we've got to go back a little ways, and then tracking what your headcount is through it looks like June 30th at this point. Again, those goalposts might be moved, as things develop and if we have to stay in longer, that kind of a thing. But right now, that's the time frame. So if you're considering laying people off and you have the cash flow to absorb, being able to continue on with the payroll, it might be a good consideration to make, just to leave everybody in place right now. I think that's the intent of this plan, is to keep everybody employed so we can just hit the ground running whenever the economy gets back on track.
And that goes back to records as well. Obviously, get those records pulled of February 15th, what your headcount looked like, and then keep track of it over this time and keep track of your decisions, because obviously that'll help you get the forgiveness on the loan that's out there. So it's all about record keeping and making sure you have stuff documented. That just helps the process make it smoother all along the way.
Yeah, definitely check out the guide and everything, and the link back to the website where we've got a lot of this information. I think it'll be super helpful. In more details to come. I mean, it's going to take a couple weeks for the banks to figure out what's going on. I mean, we're going to be kind of relying upon them. And I know although they're connected to the SBA, it's going to be a little bit of a new process, obviously, for them as well, and a huge influx of applications. So be patient. We'll work through it, and make sure you have a super tight relationship with your CFO or your accounting team or whomever has all of this information, because it'll be important to get the ball rolling as soon as possible.
Yep, great.